Right then, you are with me, only me. I'm going to explain why. In the Medicine Show Radio Moose Mobile, we are at Celtic Connections, and the scheduled show with Robin Adams. Unfortunately, Robin's been called away. It's a festival. It's really the busiest at times for everybody concerned at the moment. He did graciously agreed to come in and do a moose session. However, we haven't got time. He hasn't got time for that just now. I'm going to fill in with a tank of gas medicine show. I'm going to do a recap of what was an extraordinary day yesterday. Play some music from the artists that we featured. We're going to look forward to, hopefully, I'm looking out the window and hope Nick Harper has also graciously agreed to come in and do a moose session. Whether that'll get put off to the sound check, I don't know. Today's gig is in the Hug and Pint here at Celtic Connections in Glasgow. I do believe, well, at least I know last night was sold out. 2 nights with Robin Adams and Nick Harper. Fabulous double bill. That has to be said, and well up to the standard of this whole festival. Drew Holcomb last night, you might have noticed, I posted a little review and some reflections on that gig last night. Alice Faye was fantastic, and I had been told that. Regular viewers might have seen the George Miller, Kaiser George, and his marionettes interview that I did recently, and he alerted me to the phenomenon that is Alice Faye, and if you haven't heard her, I'm alerting you to that now. She was absolutely spellbinding last night. Great gig all round. We'll touch on that. I'll play some music from Alice. I'll play some music from Nick, and bring you up to date with my Celtic Connections experience. This is Robin Adams from his album. Facebook's reminding me to go live. It's okay. I think I've got it in hand. Robin Adams' new album, Sun Behind the Storm. This is Pushed and Pulled.
We're all ghosts floating out at sea. You and I and humanity. We're all stars falling from the night, turning and weaving like a bird in flight. But at least I knew my hands were falling for more fighting wars. And at least I knew my eyes were falling for more being deceived. And at least I knew my heart was falling for more pumping blood through me. We're all leaves blowing in the breeze, pushed and pulled by eternity. We're all words written in the sand, washed away by the waves of time. But at least I knew my hands were falling for fighting wars. And at least I knew my eyes were falling for getting deceived. And at least I knew my heart was falling for pumping blood through me. We're all ghosts floating out at sea.
Excellent stuff. Robin Adams. And he will, good Lord and Celtic Connections Creek willing, be not in the Moose. I don't know, actually, if I can get parked. The beauty is I'm really nicely parked up here at the Drygate Brewery, which has been if there's a better venue in the festival, I haven't found it yet. It's been fabulous here all week. It holds the late night sessions, of which I don't think there is one tonight. However, they start up again next weekend, the last weekend of the festival. There's a Mardi Gras event on here. So we're off to New Orleans on Wednesday, so stay tuned for that. As I was saying, Robin can't get over to do the session this afternoon, so we're going to have a tank of gas medicine show, and it would be very much appreciated if we managed to achieve that tank of gas, because we're going to be heading south after Celtic Connections. It's a week tomorrow, So another week of this to go yet, which is just exciting as could be. Thank you everyone for joining us on these shows. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the views. Thanks for any comments. They're always very much appreciated, particularly on the stream and the quality of the stream. It helps me to know in real time if it's getting out. I can just about see on the Facebook page that it is getting out, but not too well what the quality is. Hopefully it's quality enough for your enjoyment. I'll play some stuff, particularly of bands that I've found and music that they were there already. It's just that I'm maybe a bit slow to the party. So the other night there was the wonderful they would be even more wonderful. Didn't have a brain freeze. Revival. It's the first word. Dust Bowl. Thank you. Woody Guthrie just beamed that in. Dust Bowl Revival were on at Ardmore the other night. I didn't know anything about the Harlow Darlings until I arrived there and started talking to somebody who looked like they were in a band, and they just happened to be the lead singer of the Harlow Darlings, and she set about informing me she was from Calgary. Now, those that know the Medicine Show know that the other moose, the stateside moose, the American moose, is actually from Calgary, as is Ruth Purvis Smith and Backstage Canadian Joe. It's been too long, I've forgotten all their names. Backstage Canadian Joe's from Calgary as well, and they are my travel companions and moose partners in Canada. And it was lovely to meet those guys who knew Ruth, and the keyboard player in the band actually has played on some of Ruth's albums. They're going to be in Folk Alliance, which unfortunately I'm not. But however, we will be represented at Folk Alliance. Ruth will be there and will be reporting from that crazy conference as well. This is Aberdeen, and features Joey Landreth as well. This is Aberdeen from the Harlow Darlings.
The morning's cold in Montana, not the same dust in the storms. I'm still thinking about you and the way we were before, under weight and under pressure. Every parade and every time. If I asked you for a reason, you never let me down. You're the lightning on the water, you're the fire and kerosene, you're the heartbeat in the thunder. Aberdeen, you knew the words of the prelude, felt your breath that brought me in. We moved together in a whisper, but we never run again. Can't cry anymore about it. Every year that's going by, wish you'd come back to the races. I miss the wild in your eyes. You're the lightning of the water, the kerosene. You're the heartbeat in the thunder. Now I'm standing in the downpour. I taste the cinders in my sleep. I'll be waiting at the fence line. Aberdeen, won't you meet me at the fence line? Aberdeen.
Just fabulous, that is. They just don't do very emotive songs only. They're actually quite a upbeat party band in many ways. It's country. It's from Calgary, and they are Hello Darlings, and very worthwhile investing some time to go and check those guys out on that platform you like to go to listen to your music. The music is available all over them and can be bought from their website. Hello Darlings, no S, no G, hellodarling.com. Please do check them out at your leisure. Also, Alice Faye comes recommended to me by some. She's the talk of the steamy here in Glasgow at the moment. You can see and hear why. Just a fantastic, engaging, enchanting performer. I put a review up today of her gig last night, and I should say captivating gig last night. Alice Faye, certainly one to look out for. This is, I'm just checking her Spotify stats out. She's already on 3,006 monthly listens. Only got a couple of singles and one EP out so far. First Celtic Connections has predominantly only played around Glasgow. So once she breaks out, and she is going to break out, there's no doubt about that. I think the sky's the limit for this lass. Honestly, listen to this vocal control and performance. This is later on.
Later on, that's when you choose to fall. I can't say no. You can't choose when to let go. In some ways, it's lovely to hear from you, baby. Lovely to hear you're okay, that you're doing well. In some ways, it's lovely to hear from you, baby. Maybe there'll be one day where I won't need to know. Later, it never comes, not the first call, the second one. Now you're drunk, feeling blue. Are you with somebody new? I'd like to think that I don't care. days you call me say goodnight. Tonight. Later on, that's when you choose to fall. Later it never comes, not the first call or the second later on. In the blue, are you with somebody that's when I think that I am scared. Later it never comes, not the first call or the second one night drunk. Even blue, are you with somebody new? I'd like to think that I don't care. In some ways, it's lovely to hear from you, baby. Maybe there'll be one day where I won't need to know.
Very cool. Told you so, eh? Alice Faye. She's Faye Glasgow. Oh dear. And she is well worth checking out. I don't think she's got another Celtic Connections gig, but if you go Alice Faye on Facebook or any other social media outlet, I'm sure she will let you know one way or another where she's playing next. I do strongly advise. Reminiscent. Now it's unavoidable to try and make comparisons when you find a new artist. I know Alice and what she's doing is very personal. It's also unique, and in my experience, anyway, of particularly a young performer working at such a high level artistically as well as consciousness-wise. If I was to pull a comparison, and it was nagging me, it was at the back of my mind as to, wasn't obvious, wasn't sometimes you can say, oh, there's a Joni Mitchell influence in there, or somebody is in there. With Alice, it's not quite that easy. She's not easy to pin down at all. However, it came to me who was she reminded me of, and only people of a certain age, my age, might know who this is. I doubt if Alice even does, but Dory Previn come to mind, and the more I thought about it, it was like, okay, let's hope this girl gets a hit song and an album that takes her name around the world like the Iguanas did for Dory. She's in there. She's up there in that bracket, and I thoroughly enjoyed her opening concert. It wasn't easy for her. It was definitely an Americana audience last night, and pretty much not hard to please. She warmed them up, and they were really on her side, particularly when she said it was her first Celtic Connections appearance. There was a massive ripple of appreciation for that. Her in between banter went down really well as well, local girl and all that. The songs went down well. However, they were there and waiting early for Drew Holcomb. So it was predominantly, there was people in to see Alice as well. They were there. Some of them didn't even stay for Malcolm. They probably had another gig to go off. And did I say Malcolm? Drew Malcolm. They probably had another gig to go off to. But certainly Drew's fans stayed to the end, and he had them in the palm of his hand from the beginning to that standing ovation at the end as well. First one I've seen, actually, a full hall standing ovation. Drew Holcomb with his fans last night. It's a privilege to be there. Feels like home.
Have you ever heard a voice that sounds like an old friend? Takes you right back to the kitchen. You can almost smell the cake that your grandma made on your birthday.
Have you ever laid on your back under a poplar tree, thinking about all your memories, looking at the sky, wondering why this feels like home?
Like a Tennessee river in the morning takes your breath without a warning.
Feels like home.
Like smoke rising up from the mountains, all the beauty surrounds.
Feels like home.
Like Elvis and Dolly singing a melody that's bringing you home. 'Cause it feels like home.
Feels like home. Feels like home.
Have you ever been driving down the highway, looking at the sunset? It'll make you forget all the troubles every day can bring.
Have you ever been staring up at the starlight, getting pretty close to midnight? Sounds just like the wind singing your name. Feels like home.
Like a Tennessee river in the morning takes your breath without a warning.
Feels like home.
Like smoke rising up from the mountains, all the beauty surrounds.
Feels like home.
Like Elvis and Dolly singing a melody that's bringing you home. 'Cause it feels like home.
Feels like home. Feels like home. Feels like home. Feels like home. Feels like home. Feels like home.
Excellent. Drew Holcomb. And a stunning show last night, really. 500 people, I think, were sold out. And folks coming in from all over. He actually asked where the furthest away anybody had come from, and there was 2 from America. I doubt very much if they were only here to see Drew's show, as a caveat, but I do know one couple, nice couple I met in the bar beforehand, had driven down from Ness on the Isle of Lewis solely to attend this show, and we're heading back this morning. So they are probably on a ferry about now. Anyway, Drew Holcomb, fantastic show last night. Before that, I had a busy day yesterday. We recorded a session which is going to go out at 6 p.m. this evening while I am at the sound check for Robin Adams, and because I thought that we'd have done that recording, so I better watch that because we can only broadcast one show at a time, so I'll have to watch that it's not broadcasting over. Deborah Rose, who's from Wales, a beautiful singer-songwriter from Wales. We recorded a session yesterday. She also very kindly did an extra song, and that tells a fabulous story about being in Greece, where she wrote this song in a cave that Joni Mitchell, she evoked the spirit of Joni Mitchell and probably all the Greek gods for this as well. She's just a beautiful, ethereal singer. So she tells the story of Joni Mitchell having spent, I think, something like 6 weeks in this cave recovering from the heartache of Graham Nash and her breakdown. And she wrote most of Blue in the cave that Deborah wrote the song for Joni, which will be going up on the Patreon site for our Patreon members, and will be available after, hopefully sometime, it's a busy day today, sometime after her session goes out at 6 p.m. tonight. She talks a little bit more about that during the session as well. Now, if you are tuned into our notifications, and please do, probably the best place to do that is at YouTube. If I put the YouTube channel up, I'll put the YouTube channel up. If you subscribe there, hit the bell in the top right hand corner, you will be notified of any time that we actually go live here on IMTV. That's the best way to stay tuned to the medicine show. And you will notice when I post that session today, and also we'd recorded an amazing thing. We're talking about, just randomly talking about Glasgow Cathedral, and I happened to say, well, you can see it from here, and you can from the front seat of the Moose. Glasgow Cathedral's right there. And she told us of a beautiful story of just passing the cathedral and being pulled in, and it was evening song. And she found a book that was from one of her favourite Irish authors, and wrote a song about the whole experience. We went over to the cathedral after the session. She sang the song. You can hear that right now on my personal Facebook page, although at some point I will post that out to the entire IMTV network across 15 channels, all tuned to the medicine show, all broadcasting IMTV content, and all involved in some aspect of roots music, which pretty much is true of me as well, has to be said. Trying to get out there, trying to support the artists we all love, trying to support community festivals. Not all of them as big as this one. Some of them need our support to keep going, as do community venues need you to go out and have fun with live music like the old days, and also supporting house concerts. Particularly keen to engage people in the concept of house concerts, and to encourage people to have concerts in their own homes with the likes of Deborah Rose, who I'm just about to play. Her new single, it is Lift My Eyes to the Hills. And if you haven't heard it before, I think you're going to enjoy this.
I am a traveler o'er the black mountains, crossing the boundary to Capelli. I am a pilgrim searching reaching for something deep in the valley, a place to call home. All happy comes from you, and in the light and in the shade, all the times you've pulled me through, I'm safe in your dominion. Take me to the kingdom of out in the wilderness, led by your tenderness, sweet Mother Mary held out her hand. I was not looking for love when it found me. You showed me kindness when I needed it most. I lift my eyes to the hills. All happy comes from you, and in the light and in the shade, all the times you pulled me through. The deep peace within, Anam Kara, Anam Kara, Anam Kara, Anam Kara.
Well, I don't know how much of that you might have got. There was a couple of songs from Deborah Rose. Hannah Cara was the one that we recorded yesterday, which is posted now on my Facebook page only. So Rob Ellen at Facebook. I'll share that to the Moose page as well, which is medicineshowontheroad.me. That was recorded yesterday in the cathedral, which is just over the front of the Moose here in Glasgow. Adam Cara, the name of the song and the name of the book that she found actually at the cathedral when she was, by pure chance and providence, visiting the evening song celebrations at the church on another visit to Celtic Connections. Well worth checking her stuff out, Deborah Rose, and you can join me talking to her here in the Moose with a beautiful rendition of her new single at 6 p.m. this evening. Now, we're scheduled for Nick Harper, so I've got an eye on that just now, a quarter of an hour. So what we'll do is we'll close down this feed for now. There are one or two problems starting to happen